Alright, here we go. PlayStation State of Play. Is this just gonna be like trailers? Are they jumping right into it, or is it gonna be like one of those shows?
There will be a little bit of interviews, is what I've seen.
Okay, that's what I figured. Oh, I will say I did see, because I tried not to watch most of it. I tried not to let anyone spoil me because I want to go in blind, but I know I'm late to it because I was covering other stuff. But I did see the Marvel fighting game. I got
Spiders 2, bro.
yeah, but 4v4.
Doing another anime franchise. Guess what? They just said, "Fuck it, we're gonna do the biggest franchise in America."
Yeah, the biggest franchise in the world. I would argue, Marvel's just like reached that. It's just Jesus Christ. But I'm tired of this anime afying of Marvel. Like I didn't like it. I didn't like the art style of Marvel Rivals. I like the gameplay and I like the game, but I don't like this. It's Marvel but anime. And it feels like they're doing that again. Like that's just becoming the new standard. I'm like, that's fine for 1 or 2 games, but don't let that become what Marvel is now. Marvel but anime.
It's not. It's just the Japanese Marvel games. They have their own designs over there too. It's not just.
I really hate the Iron Man design in that game, in the fighting game. I really don't like it.
They did the same fucking thing that they did to Wolverine and fucking Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
It's like they're just making you buy a skin if you want.
I mean, yeah, they give like this really crappy, overly anime design to the character as its default, and then because they know that you want Iron Man in the fucking traditional Iron Man armor, they know you want Wolverine in the yellow suit. But instead of giving you that, that's the thing you got to pay for when it should be the default. Instead, their crazy anime design is now the default. But the Iron Man one in particular looks bad. Like, I don't hate all of them. Like, I'll agree with Max. I thought Storm looked great. Iron Man, I thought looked like trash.
Look,
like, that suit just looks terrible.
Art is still good.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The art is good. I'm not a super fan of that.
Which is the main thing they need to do. If your design's mid, I can get over that if your fucking shit's good. Like,
I'm not a super fan of the anime design. I'll admit Captain America looks good. Like, it kind of works for some of the characters. But then you get, like some of them, like Iron Man, who, like, an anime robot kind of look. It just doesn't click with me. Like some of them I feel like they lend to that aesthetic better than others. And Iron Man is one of those ones I feel doesn't. Iron Man and Hulk I feel are two that don't lend well to the anime aesthetic. So yeah, those are ones I'm definitely gonna have to spend money so I can get their default looks back, because I'm not gonna like the anime. Oh no, I'm just talking about him in like Marvel Rivals. Like I don't feel he looks good in Marvel Rivals either. Him or Bruce Banner.
Bad. That looks normal as hell.
He looks okay, specifically when he's in Bruce Banner form. But I don't know. His proportions are weird. I just feel like he doesn't look as savage as he does when he's not an anime character. It's personal taste, really. I know a lot of people like this art style. I prefer traditional comic book art form.
I don't like the Iron Man one because it doesn't like look like him. It's not like an art style thing.
It looks like it looks like a mech suit and not like an Iron Man suit.
It's too inspired by their media, and it's like, no, he's not that.
Yeah, it feels like it's a mech suit and not an Iron Man suit. It's definitely heavily anime-inspired stuff, and I'm like, I don't like it.
Marvel Rivals is just the art style, you know what I mean? Like that's how he looks.
Yeah, it's just how Hulk would look in that art style, which I'm not a super fan of, but I get it. I don't hate that one as much as I hate the Iron Man one. Oh, and I think the Doctor Strange has weird proportions in Marvel Rivals too. I feel like he's too big. He feels weird. Maybe it's just me. But I feel like Marvel Rivals Doctor Strange feels like he's a bodybuilder. Like he just feels huge.
Yeah, it's the
when
side
he
effect
shouldn't.
of him being a tank.
Yeah, I was like, Doctor Strange shouldn't be that big. What is happening? What is happening? All right, but
I'm surprised he was a tank.
Yeah, so am I. I figured he'd be support. Oh no, my Darth Vader's killing my Ewok.
And Ultron is a support and not an attack. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, they make some weird decisions. Is Thing in the game yet?
Yeah.
Is he a
He's a
tank?
tank.
Okay, that makes sense. I was like, is he something weird too, like DPS instead of tank?
No, they did everything right. They had Mr. Fantastic be kind of like a
Damn.
DPS.
Yeah, he's alright as a
support
DPS.
hybrid.
He's alright as a DPS. Human Torch should be a DPS. Sue
Yep,
Storm
and
as
then-
a support makes sense because that's her role in the comics. Yeah, like all of that makes sense. But then you throw something like Doctor Strange, who should be a support character because that's typically what he is in the comics when he's on a team and he's not doing his his solo comic. Yeah, he's typically a support character. Yeah, I mean, he was even that in the movies where he's the guy that supports them, give you a portal to jump through. Yeah, so you can piggyback off my attacks, kind of thing. He's not the guy out on the front line. He's not a tank. It just feels weird.
I mean, he is supporting as a tank, so it kind of still works. It's just he's too big.
Yeah, it's weird. I thought he'd make a better healer. I thought that would more fit his character as a healer role than being straight up tank. It's just a weird choice, but I get it. They're trying to balance the game. You can't have 2 minutes. Like somebody's got to be the tank, I guess. Fucking add Juggernaut.
No, they own him, but they won't use him.
I want Juggernaut's the perfect tank. Oh my god. Add the fucking Juggernaut. That's the tank I want to play as. Infinite universes? Yeah, I guess he could be an alternate universe Doctor Strange. I just hate that excuse. Like, people want the traditional one. When they hear, you know, that this character is going to be in the 626 universe version of that character is the one that always comes to mind. People don't think, you know, Doctor Strange and think of the weird three-eyed one. Like, the one that comes to mind first is the main universe one. That's always what comes to mind first. Like, I know there's multiple versions of him, but if you're trying to do mass appeal and appeal to most people, then you got to have the most recognizable version of the character. And then you can do the alternate characters later. But if the only version of the character that you're going to have in the game is an alternate universe one, I feel like that's a bad call. Unless it's an alternate universe character who's become their own thing and then made their way into the main universe, like Miles Morales, for example. He's not a main universe character. He comes from an alternate universe, but he's in the main timeline now. So that's like the only time that I feel like that works, and that's because most people don't even think of him as an alternate universe thing. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I can talk about nerd shit forever. Anyway, let's go PlayStation State of Play, so we can get through this and get to the Destiny content, because I know that's what you guys are here for. It's a weird opening. I feel like I'm going to a rave. The fuck is this opening?
Emotion running through our veins, heartbeat, love is making waves. Emotion running through our veins.
Yeah, I'm getting Tetris vibes here, man. Is this new Tetris?
It is.
Yes!
Heartbeat, love is making waves. I'm facing my fears.
Finally a sequel to Connected?
That too.
Yes! There's a few things that I wish that they would do with Connect 2, because even though it is a really good Tetris game, it is not my favorite version of Tetris. I want them to fix the controls. It needs to feel like Tetris 99 feels. That is the best playing version of Tetris I have ever played. It'd be awesome if they added a Battle Royale mode like Tetris 99, or even go Tetris 200 if you want to go bigger. So that, because I know Nintendo owns the rights to the 99, but if you make a version of the game that has more or less than 99, you're in the clear. But it needs to just feel like that game. Even if you don't add the Battle Royale mode, like the controls in that are just, they're so fucking like responsive and feel so good. I feel like I get less misclicks in that version of the game than any other version of the game that I play. When I'm playing Connected, sometimes I feel like I get double inputs, and that seems to happen to me less in 99, where I tap right on the D-pad once, and I know I only tapped it once, but the piece moves 2 spots. So sometimes it's just like double inputs. And I don't know why. And that's in multiple versions of Tetris, but it's not in every version of Tetris. So I don't know if it's like an engine thing or a coding thing or what, but it's really annoying. I really hate it. So I hope they fix that.
To do with the Nintendo controller.
And fucking, well, no, the Nintendo controller is the best controller to use. I even bought Tetris Effect Connected a second time. Well, a third time. I bought it a third time so I could play it on Switch with the Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons specifically are the best way to play Tetris because they don't have a D-pad. It's just 4 face buttons. So there's no chance of me accidentally pressing up on the D-pad and dropping a thing too early or pressing, down on it and doing something. Yeah, because if I'm pressing right, there's no chance of my thumb being off center and pressing the diagonal. I'm only pressing right because it's one button. So it's way more accurate. But it still does it on the Switch version using the Joy-Cons. It's definitely that game itself. Because it doesn't happen when I play 99. I'm playing connected with the same controller, and it does it. And it's very weird. I don't know if it's a lag thing. It seems to happen more online. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But whatever it is, I hope they fix it. And also, add more co-op modes. Like, I like the co-op versus the AI mode that they haven't connected, but there need to be more modes like that. Maybe a survival mode or something. God damn, get off me, bitch. What's that? Jesus Christ. Ah, we got many more.
Just gave a call out.
Donuts? What is happening on the screen right now? Is this Tetris?
These are the new modes, bro. More modes.
This mode is just Lumines. They just copied Lumines where the thing wipes the screen and takes away the ones that create blocks. I mean, that's a good puzzle game. I've got the remastered version on Xbox, but it's it's an old PSP game, so it's not exactly original. But I'm glad it's coming back in some form. I just looked up and I was like, wait, that's Lumines. That's not Tetris. Oh, are they gonna bring back bomb mode? That's not Tetris, it is Lumines. Lumines Arise. Okay, I was like, yeah, that's Lumines. That's not Tetris. Okay.
Oh, so they just copied Tetris Effect. I mean, good shit, but...
Yeah, they copied Tetris Effect with the music and stuff in the background. Well, I don't know. I think Lumines did it first because the whole gimmick to Lumines was that the thing that wipes the screen moves in time with the beat to the music. So the faster the music got, the faster it moved, and you could actually like time when your blocks would clear based on the beats of the track. So I don't think Tetris completely ripped them off and stole that, because they did make music a part of Tetris, but it's more just background noise. It's not actually part of the gameplay. Where in Lumines, it's part of the gameplay. Everything is in time to the music.
Our veins, heartbeat, love is making waves.
No, good to see it coming back. That'll be another one. Don't like Lumines as much as Tetris, but looks like it had a bunch of
Hello
new
from
mechanics there.
Enhance. I'm Tetsuya Mizuguchi. ディレクターの石原隆です。ルミネ
Oh,
サーラ
God
イズ
damn
の
it.
トレーラー楽しん
I
でい
gotta
ただ
read
けた
while
でしょう
trying to
か
play.
この秋、プ
Oh,
レイ
it'll
ステー
have
ション
VR2
5、PSVR2
support.
対応で発売予定です。ルミネサーライズはバラエティ豊かな曲と美しいビジュアルが没入感を高め、
Electric soundtrack, lavish
いつまでも遊びたくなるゲ
visuals.
ーム体験となっています。
Yeah, the visuals and stuff they definitely stole from Tetris, but the music part, that's just always been what Lumines is.
その世界はとても心地よく、プレイヤーを共感覚の世界へと導きます。
In case anyone in chat didn't know, I'm a puzzle game nerd. That's my jam.
まあよくある普通のパズルゲームってことだよね。まあ、テトリスエフェクトを一度遊んだことがある人は分かると思いますが、 ルミネスアライズはただのパズルゲームではありません。
夏にシングルとマルチプレイの体験版を配信予定です。ぜひ皆さん手に取って遊んでみてください。
Thank you and enjoy the rest of State of Play.
If one of you spoke English, why didn't you have him do the announcement?
Because they just prepared that little bit of English.
Oh, like he memorized a couple lines in English. Fun fact, that's how the guy from Squid Game did the fucking Star Wars movie. When they put him in the Star Wars, or when they put him in Acolyte, he does not speak English. He just memorized his English lines. He had no idea what he was saying. That being said, I think his line delivery was great for a guy who had no idea what his lines even meant. Too bad that show sucked. What comes after Dreaming?
The future.
Wait, is this fucking sequel to Dreams? No! No one wants Dreams. Give us fucking Little Big Planet. Stop making Dreams. No one liked Dreams. Well, no one liked Dreams. I get it. Dreams was supposed to be the successor to. Yeah, but Little Big Planet caught on. That's what I mean. Like, more people wanted Little Big Planet. Was it as in depth with its creator as Dreams? Because I get the idea behind Dreams. It's supposed to be Little Big Planet with a better editor and stuff, so you can make more shit and you can be more creative. But it just didn't catch on. People want Little Big Planet back. And no, that single player fucking Mario ripoff Little Big Planet game they did that had no creator in it whatsoever isn't good enough. I played through it. It's a fun little Mario-esque game where you play a Sackboy, but that's all it is. It's not Little Big Planet.
It isn't just a dream. It's a promise. One we're turning into reality. With our third generation of Luna Filament and advanced generative AI,
What?
we're reshaping the line between dreams and reality. We create life for our future. Delphi Corporation.
Delphi Corporation. All right, what is this? What am I looking at?
Let's see that getting
this is not
passed through to
Dreams, this is
Earth.
something else.
And why are these things trying to kill us?
There you are.
What is this?
All better.
You patched me up.
PlayStation 5 Pro. Okay, it's Capcom.
I am DI03367. The pragmatic
Hang on a second.
Resident Evil in space. No, this better not be Resident Evil 9. Don't go off the rails. Resident Evil got its resurgence and became popular again because you went back to your horror roots with Resident Evil 7. You went a little too actiony with Resident Evil 8, but people still liked it. Don't make the same mistakes again and go full action like you did with Resident Evil 6, because that's the one everyone hated. Learn from your mistakes, Capcom. Come on, don't let this be Resident Evil in space. No one wants that, okay? No one wants that.
Don't you have a name or something? I'm good.
Get behind me.
I think I can help.
Targets identified. Neutralizing threats.
Wait. Is this Galarians? Is this a sequel to Galarians, finally? Did Capcom make that? That game was awesome back in the day, and I feel like I was the only one that liked it or even knew what the fuck it was. But it was badass. The premise was kind of Resident Evil in space, but your character, and maybe it's because I get migraines pretty bad and they last for weeks at a time, but your character was a character who would get migraines, and the more severe his migraine, the stronger his superpowers got. So it was kind of a trade-off. If you kept using your powers, it gave you your migraine and made the game harder to play. But the worse your migraine got, the stronger your powers got. I thought it was really cool. But apparently no one else liked it, because it never got a sequel, and I never heard anybody talk about it again ever. But this has got that vibe to it.
Neutralize us?
Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way through. What the?
Bypassing first and second firewalls. Hooking control protocols. Initiating hack.
Okay. Pragmata. Okay, completely new franchise.
D.I.
I said I am D.I.
Okay.
She is DEI. Wait, no, they canceled that.
How about we call you Diana?
Diana?
$2026. It's real. Well, no gameplay from it that I could tell. Or if that was gameplay, it didn't really explain a lot. You've caught my interest, though. Is it a PS5 exclusive? Or is that actually going to be on other consoles? It's the problem with watching the PlayStation State of Play is they only tell you if it's coming to PS5 or not. Like, they don't tell you if it's coming to other platforms.
Oh, hey, today is Saturday, which means curry time.
Awesome, I love curry.
Speaking of curry, apparently the current president is actually a humane. What does that mean? It's okay, I'll get it.
Curry time.
Is this an entire fucking game about curry? What the hell is happening?
Romeo! Romeo, stay with me.
Oh my god!
Romeo, listen up.
That
You're
took
gonna
a
die
turn.
in about 15 seconds. Seriously? Seriously, don't worry. I made this just in case. The Dead Gear life support system. Don't move, okay?
What the mick is this shit? This went off the rails quick. Holy damn.
Cyborg from DC.
You're already half dead. From now on, you're half dead man. No, wait, that's pretty lame. Dead man. From now on, you're
Dead man. This sounds like the way a 12-year-old would fucking write a comic book. What if guy gets bitten by zombie, but he's dead but not dead? He'd be dead man. Maybe that's the vibe they're going for. Is it supposed to be intentionally like corny? This is weird. This is very weird. This looks like Dead Rising, but anime. I'm digging the soundtrack. Oh man, I'm gonna get DMCA hard for this. I'm gonna have to edit the fuck out of this video. Ultra-violent science fiction. Minigames?
Romeo is a dead man. Coming 2026.
Romeo is a dead man. Coming in 2026, maybe.
That was Grandpa's voice. Are you like a spirit? I'm on your back.
Oh, his grandpa's on his back. Get off my back, Grandpa. Damn. Jesus. Okay. So we're throwing out the weird already. Oh fuck! I got killed by Grievous.
皆さんこんにちは。グラスホッパーの役者の須田剛一です。いえ。皆さんトレーラーどうでした？グラスホッパーの久々の新作ロミオ・イザ・デッドマンです。いよいよ発表できました。このゲームはですね、主人公のロミオスターゲーザーという名前なんです。時空犯罪 FBI 捜査官として凶悪なですね指名手配犯
tracks down wanted criminals across space and time. I thought this was like a zombie game. This is anime as fuck.
さまざまな時空に飛んで倒していくそんなブラッディな アクションゲームとなっています。そして今回はですね、剣だけじゃありません、銃も使えます。ストロングスタイルのアクションゲームとして、チーム一丸となって頑張って作ってます。そしてなんで、タイトルがですね、ロミオなのにデッドマンなのか、それは皆さんぜひ続行をお待ちください。プレイステーション30周年過ぎちゃいましたけど、おめでとうございます。それでは引き続きステートオブプレイをお楽しみください。
For the video you're posting on the American PlayStation channel?
Or just hire a fucking translator.
I mean, even if you want to be,
with multiple fucking.
I mean, even if you want to be cheap, you just use the AI thing that listens to it and repeats it back in a different language. I use that to communicate with, you know, Spanish people at work all the time. They come in and there's no one near me that speaks Spanish and they don't speak English. I just whip out my phone with Google Translate and I'm like, hold on, and then I say what I gotta say. It plays it back to them in Spanish. They say what they gotta say. Yeah, like we have the technology. Is all I'm saying.
サクコ、どこ行くの？こっち通るの珍しいね。
今は誰かと喋りたくて。
私も後から行くね。
うん。じゃあね。
Wait, is this that game they showed off before?
裏切り者。
The weird horror game? Yeah. Can't remember what it's called. Oh yeah, the Silent Hill one. Okay, Silent Hill F. I'm half interested in that. Silent Hill was the first video game to ever legitimately scare me that I ever played in my life. That first game stuck with me. Partially because I played it at a young age, but partly because it had some genuinely creepy moments in it. And I feel like after the second one, the franchise has done nothing but go downhill, so I've slowly lost interest over time. Maybe this will bring it back. So are these all like 2026 games? I think Luminous was the only one I've seen, or Lumines was the only one I've seen that came out in 2025. Because if none of these are coming out in 2026, or in 2025, I can tell you right now, Game of the Year so far, 2025, Expedition 33. Holy shit, did that game hit the ground running. It goes hard. I mean, if they can capture the vibe and the gameplay from the remake of Silent Hill 2, like that was definitely a return to form for the franchise, but it was a remake of, you know, the best Silent Hill game. So if this one can recapture that and do something new and interesting with it, so far it looks good. It looks like they're like a return to form, but I'm trying to gauge whether it's leaning too hard into action and not into the surreal, because that's what made Silent Hill good. Was Resident Evil always was more B-movie action kind of game, whereas Silent Hill was always more psychological horror kind of game. So they need to lean more into the psychological horror aspect of it and less on the combat. Silent Hill was never about the combat. The combat was always clunky, and it felt like a struggle, which was the intent. It was to feel, you were supposed to feel like you were desperate. You were supposed to avoid combat when possible.
ひなこ、どこにいるの？ひなこはいいよね。何でも持ってる。そんなあんたがいなくなってくれるんだからせいせいする。
Oh. Creepy Asian shit in this one.
寂しいよ。ずっと一緒だよって約束したよね。
mean, the creep factor is there. Well, this is the second showing of this game I've seen, and I still have the same amount of questions, if not more. It does say 2025, though. Yeah, September 25th.
The castle has been sighted again.
What is this?
The church's orders are absolute.
I was expecting some developers to... I was actually going to read if they decided to talk about that one because I was interested. See if they were going to give any explanation. But no, we're just jumping into another trailer. Okay, what the fuck is this?
These human sacrifices must be stopped.
We will track the ethereal castle, break its gates, and exterminate the creatures that dwell within.
It's a Metroidvania? I mean, I like my Metroidvanias.
The Demon Lord himself will fall by our hand.
This mission will test the limits of your courage.
You will face horrors beyond your darkest imaginings.
Wait, is this another showing of that weird Pac-Man one? The Pac-Man Metroidvania? I mean, I'm interested in it, but man, it's a dark interpretation of Pac-Man. It's weird. The Labyrinth game?
Beasts that defy reason. Creatures born of pure darkness.
The Labyrinth game? That doesn't even look like you play as a dude, but he summons Pac-Man? It's a dark fantasy Metroidvania game. Something Labyrinth. I remember seeing it in the last showing. And then I was like, that attack kind of looks like a demon version of Pac-Man. And then it announced it at the end, Pac-Man. So I was like, oh, it is Pac-Man. Because it's Labyrinth Pac-Man or something, or Escape the Maze. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, but in a good way.
Thousand Blossom!
I think that's something else. This looks more medieval fantasy-like. Is that co-op? Co-op Metroidvania sounds cool. Has there been a co-op Metroidvania game yet? Or would this be the first?
With me! Cross Reaper!
Tonight, we start our mission!
God, some of these attacks look like someone said, hey, what if Castlevania Sympathy of the Night was a fighting game? Holy shit.
Yeah, they did that, and that was really terrible. Made it for the Wii.
Lock on. Oh, that's probably
Bloodstain.
Oh, it's another Bloodstain. Okay. Makes sense. It is a Metroidvania then. Bloodstain was good.
You've come, dogs of the church, right into the palm of my hand.
Which Bloodstain in and of itself is a love letter to Symphony of the Night. So the guy who worked on Symphony of the Night made that, so I have high hopes for this now. The bar just got raised. Especially now that he's not working off Kickstarter money. He's proven himself and should have a proper budget to go above and beyond. Which, the one he made with Kickstarter money was good. Don't get me wrong. That's a successful Kickstarter one, but it definitely felt like a last-gen game graphically and stuff. Like, it had some pretty basic mechanics, but it got the job done. So now it's time to bump it up a notch.
The visuals of Shinjuku that I'm seeing are a hellscape I can't quite put into words.
What is this?
You've somehow been sent back in time 8 years. But the situation here is critical. I'm counting on you, Agent.
Digimon! It's a Digimon game.
Oh, Ozzy's gonna.
Yep, Ozzy's gonna blow a gasket. I could not give two shits about Digimon. But we'll let it ride, just in case Ozzy shows up to be like, you see new Digimon? Does he even have a PlayStation?
Our ultimate mission is to uncover the causality between these anomalies.
It's probably a phase electron life form. Is that what you call us?
You know, if I give credit to Digimon for something over Pokemon, it's that at least they do something different with their story in each game. And it's not just, hey, become a Pokemon master by beating the trainers for the millionth time.
Digimon? I'll always be right here with you.
Who exactly are you working for? I remember you guys.
Who or what is that?
You really don't know anything about the digital world?
Some of them are cooler.
Yeah, others are just so
Yeah.
obviously like.
Both of these games are guilty of ripping off the games that came before them, though. Like a lot of the designs, like the cactus design is obviously kind of a rip-off of Cactuar from Final Fantasy. A lot of the early Pokemon designs are rip-off of monsters from Dragon's Quest, Dragon Warrior, depending on which version of the game that you got. I think it is called Dragon's Quest now in the West, but when it first came to NES, they changed the name from Dragon's Quest to Dragon Warrior. But anyway, I digress. And that game, all of its character designs were done by Toriyama. So Pokemon straight up ripped off Toriyama for its first couple of games.
We have been enemies for years now, but this is the first time the Titans have launched an attack on this scale.
We now believe most of the anomalies we've been dealing with stem from Digimon.
It seems the upcoming battle is truly unavoidable.
The world on this end is running out of time.
If the gate is opened with the digital world in such a state, the human world will most certainly be affected.
All right, hear me out. Stay with me. I think this would be a dope idea for either Pokemon or Digimon or one of those games, these, you know, pocket monster collector games to do. I think there should be like if you want to make it fresh, even if you don't want to change your story, it could have the same story. Pokemon could just, here's the way Pokemon could do the same story again and it still feel fresh. Pokemon VR. You get to walk around the world and try to capture Pokemon
Let's just
in
come
first
up
person.
with a new gameplay gimmick that's interesting enough to make the story work. Like that doesn't fix the issues with the story.
No, it doesn't fix it, but that's the point. Like that's what Pokemon's entire thing is we'll do the same story 100 times, but each game has a new gimmick to make it interesting enough that you don't care. So if you want to be lazy, Game Freak, and do the same story again because you guys suck at writing, and you want a new gimmick, VR is that gimmick. Being able to throw the Pokeball physically, to be able to throw your Pokemon out to do a battle, and you're standing behind them, and you can kind of like walk around the battle, kind of like they do in Power World, but instead it's in first person and in VR. And then you could have mini games where you interact with them, you have to pet them and feed them and build that bond. There's a lot of cool shit that you could do in VR with a Pokemon game. That's all I'm saying. They're never going to do it because the Switch 2 isn't going to be able to handle VR. They tried it with the Switch 1 and it sucked. I doubt they're going to do it with the Switch 2. But man, that would be like that would be awesome. That would make me play Pokemon again.
Do the Titans not care about the end of the digital world?
Stop it! That egg is very important!
No, the egg's gonna break.
The world tree has been attacked.
No.
This justice is a great one.
Toki's time egg.
No! We must protect the world from them. For this purpose and this purpose alone were you born.
If that thing opens, then we'll be swarmed by Digimon.
Attack!
Please, everyone, lend me your strength.
Everything's riding on you.
Oh my god, they've ripped off so many animes here. The egg, the world tree, he's doing a spirit bomb at the end. Everyone, lend me your power! Lend me your strength! Oh. Digimon.
Forward into the
We
future!
must fulfill our mission. Agent.
Time Stranger. Square
Digimon
Enix.
story.
New Square game, Creative Studio 3. Is this gonna be a Final Fantasy or what? Please don't. Please. I will nut in my pants right now. Please be a remake of 6. Please be a remake of 6. I know it's wishful thinking, but please. I'm hearing Final Fantasy music, and it's the classic Final Fantasy music. Please be a remake of 6 and not another rehash of 1. You guys kind of exhausted all the nostalgia for 1 with Strangers in Paradise. That weird Souls-like one of the first one that I never got around to beating, and I hear the DLC is good, but it just didn't hook me. It didn't feel like Final Fantasy. Come on, remake of 6. Let's go.
Oh, Father, abandon not your wayward children of Ivalice, but deliver us from our sins, that we might know salvation.
It's tactics. The Final Fantasy games I didn't get into were the tactics one. I just found the combat boring and the story uninteresting, but I know they have their fans. Here we go. It's going to be either a remake of one of the tactics games or a new one. Fine, get the tactics shit out. Like, just remake 6 already. God damn it.
If you feel wrong, blame yourself or the father.
Why do you fight? Why walk this path of subterfuge?
I feel like Max, where every time one of these shows happens on PlayStation particularly, but any console, like I just start asking for the thing I know I'm never going to get. Fucking screaming for Bloodborne 2, probably never going to get it, and I'm screaming for a remake of 6.
Conflict.
The powerful must rule the weak. It is our duty. Heaven!
Bloods.
Yeah, it's not the same. Yeah, I feel like I'm fucking screaming for this remake of 6 for decades now. I'm never gonna fucking get it. It's like my white whale. I'm out here fucking hunting Moby Dick and I'm getting nothing. I just want a remake of 6 so bad. Look, I love 7. 7's great, but 6 is the best in the franchise, and I will die on that hill.
Fall upon your crown!
This vile charade has gone on long enough. It ends now.
Do you remember when your father showed us how to make a whistle of a blade of grass?
Oh, yeah, it is a remake, and it's got a classic and enhanced mode. Okay. Well, cool. I'll get that remake out of the way. Now do 6. Don't the pixel remaster. I don't want another remaster. I want it done in the style that Final Fantasy got it done. I want that level of love and attention, not some update or 2D, 3D nonsense. I don't want that kind of remake. I want the 7 treatment for 6.
You and everybody else. The 5 fans want it. The fucking 2 fans want it. Everybody wants that treatment.
I feel like 6 is the one that like has the most people screaming for it, because that one's, especially in the West, like that was probably most people's first exposure to Final Fantasy in the West, because Final Fantasy 3 on the Super Nintendo, which was actually Final Fantasy 6, was like the first one that most people played. The ones on NES just really didn't take off over here, but the one on Super Nintendo was like, it was an epic. It was an event. It was that Super Nintendo game that was like required to own if you had a Super Nintendo. There were a handful of games that were required, most of which were Nintendo games. That was one of the few non-Nintendo franchises that was like required owning on a Super Nintendo. I don't know a single person back in the day when I was a kid. I don't know a single person who owned a Super Nintendo who didn't have a copy of Final Fantasy 3. But we didn't get, it was called Final Fantasy 3 on the Super Nintendo. But we didn't get 4 and 5, which I know they have their fans now that they've finally been exposed to the West. But I feel like there's more fans of Final Fantasy 6 because of the fact that we got it way back on the Super Nintendo in the West, and it just became part of people's childhoods. And I didn't like the systems in 4 and 5. Like 5 had that weird job system that they later repurposed into the system that we got in Final Fantasy 6, where it still had all the different jobs, but each job was its own character with its own story and purpose in the story. You weren't just like the same 4 characters switching jobs, and it felt weird. Like they actually baked it into the story, and I feel like the game was better for it. Each character felt unique and had their own playstyle, and that was also, Final Fantasy VI was also the inspiration for a lot of the combat and mechanics in Expedition 33.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson.
And I'm Sid Schumann, here to deliver news and release dates for games coming to PS5 later this year.
Let's hear it, finally. People speaking. Yep.
We hope you enjoyed that first look at Final
Tactics.
Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. The game will include 2 versions of the original PlayStation Classic, The enhanced version, which features improved graphics, fully voiced dialogue, refined gameplay, and much more, as well as the classic version.
I will give credit there, and I wish that they had done that. I get it. The pixel remasters were supposed to be one-for-one recreations in HD of the, Super Nintendo and regular Nintendo Final Fantasy games. But I feel like the one improvement they could have made is what this one did, where you can still have those classic graphics, you can still have the classic gameplay, and you can do a recreation of that art style, but just add the voice acting. That I feel like that was a huge misstep on all those like classic Final Fantasy 1 through 6 for the remasters, was not adding the voice acting. They did add voice acting and completely redid the opera scene from Final Fantasy 6, and it's dope. That gives you a hint that, like, but the problem with that scene is it makes you go, why didn't you just do the whole game like this? It's got that Octopath Traveler vibe, the 2D, 3D, HD thing going on, and the camera moves around. It's got all that stuff, but it was only in the opera scene in Final Fantasy 6. They remade one scene, and I'm like, why didn't you just do the whole game like this? I mean, it's still not the remake I wanted, but it would have been better than just a remaster again, because we've remastered this game like 3 times at this point. You didn't even add voice acting, except for that one scene. Just remake the fucking game already.
Which brings a faithful recreation of the 1997 original to modern consoles. Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles launches on PS5 and PS4 September 30th, and will be available for pre-order later today.
This next game is something really special. When I first played it, I laughed so hard I almost barfed. Let's check it out.
Y'all know I don't pre-order stuff. Well, stuff that's not physical. I will pre-order physical goods because that's the whole point in a pre-order. Although Nintendo makes you question what the point in even pre-ordering physical stuff is, because people pre-ordered, and the purpose of pre-ordering a physical good is to guarantee your copy of that good so you don't have to go wait in line and you don't have to worry about first come first serve bullshit. Yours is supposed to be guaranteed. But then Walmart started canceling pre-orders for the Switch too because they didn't have enough units. So if you were someone who pre-ordered a Switch 2, you still weren't guaranteed to get your Switch 2. Completely invalidating the entire purpose of pre-ordering.
But is there maybe just toilet?
Toilet?
Yeah, I just need to pee.
How badly?
Just normal. Bad.
Hey, just go behind this bush. I'll wait.
I can run away.
It's another remake.
Pea shy.
Never heard of this
yeah,
one.
no, you don't want me watching.
You can watch.
In baby steps, all you have to do is carefully place one foot in front of the other.
How is this a classic? But I've never heard of baby steps. But apparently it made him laugh his ass off or something. Damn it. Stop taking the ships I want. Okay, I guess I'm taking this one.
Which is easier said than done. Main character Nate requires some pretty deliberate movement to make even the simplest progress. It's a captivating open-world experience filled with oddball characters.
Here we go. Knock off. Oh no, you found it even without a map. The best.
Some weird physics-based shit again. I feel like those games have kind of lost their novelty at this point.
Toilet on the mountain.
Oh, good.
Definitely check this one out when it comes to PS5 on September 8th.
Hirogami is a unique action-adventure title from Bandai.
Yeah, that's a system seller, man. That's why I spent $700 on my PS5 Pro. I can play fucking Baby Steps in 4K, 120 FPS.
Yeah, fucking Jesus.
Namco Studios Singapore.
420 FPS, oh Snapple. Hirogami? What the fuck is this shit? You know, like this must be like their just like padding section where they're just showing the games to pad out their library. Most of these will probably be on PlayStation Plus within a month or two after launch.
In this journey to save your origami home, you'll transform into paper shapes with distinct abilities, including a paper airplane, a nimble frog, a hardy armadillo, and a powerful ape.
This has got kind of, did you guys ever play Cameo back on the 360? where you were that chick that like transformed into different animals. And each one had different powers, and it was like a platformer like Mario. Yeah, that's kind of what this feels like.
Master the art of folding when Hirogami arrives on PS5 later this summer. Sid, why don't you tee this next one up?
Thanks, Sean. The Hot Shots series has been with PlayStation from the very
Yes, finally fucking Hot Shots! Are you actually gonna give a fucking release date for this thing?
beginning. In its latest installment, Everybody's Golf Hot Shots boasts its largest character roster ever.
Oh, good. We're going back to actual fucking characters and not that creator character bullshit from Everybody's Golf. Thank you. I've been replaying the Hot Shots Golf Open T on PSP to get the retro achievements, just to have an excuse to play through it again. Like I am so amped for this game. I just can't wait for it. That I've been playing through like other golf games to try to get my fix. Been looking for an excuse to play through the Hot Shots Golf games again.
Compete in courses from 10 different regions around the world, each with weather effects and new nighttime variants.
Yeah, it looks like all the classic characters are coming back. Oh, fucking good. This art style is way better than the one in Everybody's Golf.
Pre-orders begin later today. And
okay, if I can pre-order it later... Oh, and Pac-Man's in it because it's made by Bandai Namco now. That's the only thing that worries me, is it's not the original devs. Clap Hands is no longer owned by Sony, and they're out doing their own thing. They did make a sequel, a spiritual successor to Hot Shots Golf called... Had the worst fucking name, too. God, I feel like that's why it wasn't more popular. It was called Easy Come, Easy Golf, which is just a stupid name. It's absolutely retarded. Good game, but it was originally made for mobile, so it's just lacking in content. They ended up porting it to the Switch and took out all the mobile microtransaction bullshit, which is good, but now it's just a grind for like through 10 courses is all it's really got. It's just an endless grind for, there's no story mode, there's no arcade mode, there's none of the other modes from all the fucking other games. It's just play through, like 2 game modes are stroke play and match play and versus mode. So you got those 3 modes and then you go through the 10 courses endlessly to unlock costumes. It just got burnt out on it. This one looks good. It looks like they're nailing all the classic stuff, but I'm wondering, can the new developer... Wait, what's that above the ball in the corner? It looks like the way you handle spin shots is different. I don't know if I like that. Everything else looks pretty much the same, so I'm hoping they're able to nail the original feel of those classic games.
Those who do will get Bandai Namco's iconic Pac-Man as an early unlockable character.
How bad do I want Pac-Man? I don't want to pre-order. I'm staunchly against pre-ordering. But I swear to God, if they pull a Mortal Kombat and release this character as a pre-order exclusive, and then don't fucking give him to you, make him available in the shop, then I'm going to be pissed if he stays as a pre-order exclusive. I guess if they release him later, I can pay for him. I didn't buy Shang Tsung out of principle because I bought the $110 version of Mortal Kombat 1 that's supposed to have every character for the first year. And Shang Tsung was released within that first year and they didn't give him to me. So I refused to give them my money. Maybe there's like an Ultimate Edition or something that's supposed to give you this for Hot Shots. But I swear to God, if they lock him behind a pre-order and I buy the Ultimate Edition, again, if this is a repeat of Mortal Kombat where I buy the Ultimate Edition of Hot Shots Golf so I can get all the characters, and I didn't pre-order, I did it on day 1 because I refused to pre-order, and then they add Pac-Man to the shop for $10 and not give him to me even though I bought the Ultimate, I am going to be so fucking pissed off.
Everybody's Golf Hot Shots drives onto PS5 September 5th.
September 5th, finally, we get a release date. Okay, so a little further out than I was hoping, but still. You already know this what they're going to do. God, I hope that's not what they're going to do. Like, I swear to God, like, that pissed me off in Mortal Kombat. $110, I got the Ultimate Edition, supposed to have every character and every piece of content for the first year, and they didn't give me Shang Tsung. And he was exclusive to pre-order, and I was like, well, that's all right. They'll give him to me as soon as he hits the shop, right? And then he hit the shop for $10, and I was like, well, you know, I'll just be able to download him once he hit the shop. And I couldn't play him. They wanted $10, and I was like, wait, so I don't get him for free even though I spent $110 on this version of the game? You want 10 more? But the people who paid the same amount as me or less got it because they paid a day before I did? That's retarded. I won't give you my money. I won't support that business practice.
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is a challenging new entry in the long-running action franchise. From the makers of the Blasphemous series, Ragebound stars dual protagonists from rival clans, forced to combine their souls and skills against a demon uprising. And longtime
Ninja Gaiden
fans will really love the pulse-pounding soundtrack featuring guest composers from the original series.
Wait, does it actually have the characters from Ninja Gaiden? Is this like a prequel to the new Ninja Gaiden 4? Or like a side thing? Is that Ryu and whatever the new character's name is? Looks like a mix of classic Ninja Gaiden and Strider. Like, I'm liking it. Looks like it feels good.
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound arrives July 31st on
Yeah, that's the character from Ninja Gaiden 4. So this is either going to be like something to bridge the gap between Ninja Gaiden 3 and 4 or like a side thing. But I'm here for it.
PS5 and PS4. From the game Bakers, Cairn is a survival climbing experience where you must carefully plan your ascent up a deadly mountain.
Did we not learn our lesson with climbing games from that fucking pack-in game that the Horizon rock climbing simulator that they packed in with PSVR 2 and everyone hated it? Like, we don't want to just climb rocks. We don't want a rock climbing game. But here you go. If you guys want a rock climbing game, I guess. Have at it.
But Bennett Foddy's getting over it or something.
But look at how pretty the graphics are. Yeah, but it's a Horizon game. Everybody was expecting action, and then she just climbs the mountain for the whole game. It's just a rock climbing game. We already have Death Stranding, right? And it looks like the second one is like going away from the being a walking balancing simulator and more into the goofy action side, which is the right move, in my opinion. I know it's divisive. Some people like that. I'm an Amazon delivery driver in the future. Okay, whatever. Okay.
Manage balance and stamina to discover secrets.
Hey! Hey, wait for me!
Encounter other climbers.
I'm Marco. Nice to meet you.
And survive the harsh conditions of the climb.
God damn! I don't think we can jump that high. All right, yeah, cool.
You can give it a try yourself with a demo that arrives later today. That's all from us, but there's still a lot of State of Play to come.
This next reveal comes from the game preservationist at Digital Eclipse. Nothing can prepare you for their next collection, arriving later this year.
Oh, I fucking got shot by Boba Fett. I was like, how the fuck did I die? I was kicking his ass.
We knew pretty early on that the game was fun to play. People were excited about it.
A new game collection.
The most rewarding part of it is just seeing people react to it.
From the developers of Street Fighter, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Cowabunga Collection.
We knew that we were
Atari
onto
50.
something.
Oh, the Mortal Kombat collection.
It was such a shock to see this game. I was like, I can't believe this game exists.
So we get Mortal Kombat 1 through 3, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, and Mortal Kombat 4 and more. Trilogy better be in there. Yeah, so it looks like all of the sprite-based ones, which, cool, I guess. But how many times have these been re-released? Like, you're going to have to add something new to it. I guess good rollback netcode alone would probably sell it, though. I agree. I like the first, albeit I love Kojima, but was also empathetic to the people who flat out hated it. I just got bored with it. Like, I couldn't get through it.
It became something that added to the mystique of Mortal Kombat.
That is true. We have Mortal Kombat to thank for the invention of the ESRB rating system.
We're showing you a part of a world that is much larger.
Bring back the bicycle kick.
Bro, fucking just running away, bro.
Yeah,
oh
that is.
God, what a vagina.
It's Boba Fett in a nutshell, baby.
Oh, yay, I didn't get the shooter fighter, so I can't
Yeah.
hit you. Let's
Oh
go.
god, yeah, I hate fighting him because all he does is jetpack around. It's so annoying to deal with. Classic titles. Oh my god, they're even including the handheld editions. I think that we should all just collectively forget that Mortal Kombat on original Game Boy is a thing. It is god awful, but I guess props to you for including literally everything, and even the bad ones.
There was no
Yep, there it is. There's the rollback netcode. Okay, that alone will probably be a selling point.
template to make the games.
It's a bit of the Wild West. Every part of that game is an expression of who we were and what we wanted to do.
So Yoda just straight up can't block. Good to know.
Flawless victory.
I'm gonna get a shooter character. Let's get try this one. What do we have here? Hardware. Oh, this is their new arcade stick that they were releasing alongside the new Marvel fighting game. Oh, an official first-party arcade stick. If it's not fucking moddable, no one's gonna want it. I'll tell you that right now.
Competing with the fucking hitbox. Fucking customizable controllers to come out in the last fucking
Yeah, like
decade.
like third party controllers are so fucking customizable that competing against them, it doesn't matter if you're first party and official. If people can't mod it to be able to play the way that they want, then it's not going to compete. I'm getting my ass kicked by Darth Vader back here. I was trying to give you support and weaken him so you can... Oh, no, it's the Emperor. But I think I weakened him enough you should have been able to kill him. First fight stick made by PlayStation. Project Defiant wireless fight stick. I mean, props to being wireless. I don't really like the design of it, though. It just looks a little plain. But... I mean, I guess it matches the design of the console, but I don't know. It just doesn't look good to me. And they have mentioned nothing about it being moddable.
Bro, I swear to God, I'm blocking. He just fucking does. He just plays a character where they run away. That's how they fucking win. And it's like if I run away, they just run after me. So it's like okay.
So I was trying to do the thing where you're the melee character and I'll be the support character and I can hang back. And at the very least, we try to separate them, but I wasn't able to. Like I think we got one.
No,
of them.
Yeah, I killed one of them because of it, but...
Yeah, but the other one got me. If I can manage to stay away from... If I can manage to stay away from the other one long enough for you to kill that one and then we can double team the last guy, then that's how we win. I just got cornered by the Emperor. I didn't realize the range on his lightning and the fact that his lightning's OP as fuck, though. It stuns you and drains your health, and you can't move, you can't do anything.
Yeah, the only reason it's not OP is because he just takes too much damage and doesn't have a good enough melee.
Yeah, which is fine in the normal setting where there's a ton of people also shooting at him and he's struggling to survive. But in a one-on-one setting, he's got the clear advantage. And he just fucking shocks me, drains my health. I can't move. I can't do anything. I just got to stand there while it happens to me. That's terrible. Here, I'll try Captain Phlasma.
By the way, how many people actually want a fucking wireless fight stick?
I do, but that's just because of my setup, my streaming setup, and the fact that the fucking cord would get in the way when I got the wife sitting next to me. Like I already have limited space. Probably people with big televisions who sit way across the room. I mean, I see there's a market for it, but I don't think it's as important as like having a wireless controller.
The cables that come with it, bro, they're fucking long. Like they're long ass fucking cables.
Yeah, mine is just, I already have a ton of cables under here, and I'm already scared I'm going to hit them with my feet when I'm getting up or when I'm moving around, because I have limited space, and the last thing I need is a cord that I can get tangled around my foot or my wife's foot, and then she yank on it and pull a bunch of shit off the desk. So, that's my reason, but for most people, no, it's probably not a problem, unless you're one of those guys who's got like a huge like 70, 80-inch television, and you sit like 30 feet away from your fucking, from your fucking TV in a fucking home theater, then it's probably not going to matter.
Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder.
Is this
Commence alert
Metal
formation.
Gear?
That
Yep.
guy? No, he's close.
It's the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 again.
We've lost sight of the enemy. Find him.
I mean, it looks good. It looks like a huge upgrade from Metal Gear Solid 3. Oh my god! Almost got thrown off the map.
We're under fire.
Oh, she's got a
Enemy
sniper
position
rifle.
unknown.
Loading like this, it's a revolution.
Oh, and I'm stunned again.
Baby.
Okay, Captain Phasma sucks. Oh no, I don't want to be her again. Oh no, now I'm stuck with her again. Oh, clear selection. Let's go, let me be the Emperor. I'm shocked the fuck out of people.
Go on! You won't get away from me! Time for you to taste some real pain! What's the matter?
Not the bees!
I'm over here. Go back to your own world.
Yeah, that's right. I got the Emperor with his new bathrobe on.
See you in hell. I'll find you in Kangaki.
I'm following you, because I'm gonna do some Force Lightning shit.
What the?
What? You put the Ape Escape monkeys in this shit? If they were in the original, I don't remember them. Behind us.
Gotcha.
Oh my god, I do not know how to play the Emperor. None of my shit did what their shit did. I need to learn how to use it. Hold on. What are his abilities? Chain Lightning, a Burst of Lightning, Dark Aura, drain the energy, Emperor Palpatine electrocutes enemies in front of him. So what's the, like, sustained one that they were doing to me that just froze me in place? I gotta figure out which one of those this is.
Different things, so
yeah, I've not done any grinding for the heroes. So I have no cards for any of these heroes too. So we are at probably a severe disadvantage having me on your team.
Me either, boss. Me either. That's why we're here.
Oh, yep. So I don't expect to win. I'm just here to grind the XP.
I mean, we can kind of try. I'm not gonna like sweat my ass off.
Spirit stones.
Yeah. I mean, still try, but I don't care if I'm.
Shining stones imbued with humankind's never-ending dreams.
I'm frozen. I can't do anything.
Since time immemorial,
Okay.
this power has been the impetus for human wars.
I have no idea what just happened.
Such an ominous act.
Is this the what is this? Is this the Onimusha? What is this?
Atmosphere, and one thick with the presence of Aratama.
The guy from the last match.
He sent you a message?
Yeah.
What is
Apparently I
that?
used Anakin's abilities last round, like spot on, but like my fucking combat is dog shit, and I'm like, yeah, first time ever playing him.
Oh, yeah. I have no idea what I'm doing with the Ember.
I mean, it's force pull and force chokes. Like, it's not that crazy. I just combo them, but
That's a good way to do it. Pull them in, choke them. I don't know what to do with Emperor Palpatine stuff. Like I can't figure out how to stun him in place and then sustain lightning like the guy was doing to me. Like I go to do it and they just seem to run through it. So it's probably a card or something I don't have yet.
I think you can block it. That's probably the fucking issue. Are you in here with me?
Yeah, I'm gonna try Obi-Wan. All right. Oh, why is that? Oh, it tastes weird. Okay. All right. I'll figure out what this game is. Is this Souls-like?
What makes a shogun?
Shogun?
Here is my answer.
Now he's a ninja.
Can't say that.
I don't know. Cancel me.
What else can you say?
Maybe someone will. Maybe someone will go after me for saying ninja, and then I can start a GoFundMe and make $500,000. Okay, how do I use his powers? Nope, nope, that ain't it.
How foolish of you to have entered the depths of hell!
Neo 3? Okay. That's what that was.
Who might you be, warrior?
Tokugawa Takechiyo.
Come help me get the Emperor.
I was fighting Maul.
皆さんこんにちは。チーム忍者の安田です。戦国死にゲーシリーズの最新作「仁王3」をついに発表させていただきました。今作のアクションはシリーズおなじみの侍スタイルに
Obi-Wan's abilities appear to be doing nothing to the Emperor. Like nothing. He's just walking through them all. Like the mind trick doesn't do anything. It's supposed to make disable their guns, but he doesn't have any guns. It feels stupid. I don't like him.
I don't know. I think the combat in this mode, you play it like For Honor, and I don't like that fucking game.
Yeah, me neither. All right, let's try Ray. That, and I don't know how to use literally any of these characters.
加え、新たに忍者スタイルを追加。より多彩な戦闘を楽しめます。ステージもオープンフィールドとなり、探索や攻略の自由度や没入感が大幅にアップしています。本日よりプレイステーション5で体験版も配信いたしますので、ぜひ
Yeah, they've got both range characters. We're just gonna have to bum rush.
プレイしてご意見をいただければと思います。2026年の発売に向け、続報にもぜひご期待ください。
Oh no, I'm sticking with you so we can double team and just try to knock out one real quick and then go after the other one instead of splitting our attention. Because if we bum rush them, they won't be able to handle both of us. They're ranged characters.
No one knows how old the city really is. For me, it's all I've ever known. My whole world. I was raised in this city's shadow.
Bro, what is this?
Free to take what.
Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, I bum rushed and almost got her, but damn.
It was just like bomb, 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 over and over.
Holy shit. Do I got any cards? I don't have any cards yet.
To survive.
Oh, the PSVR 2 game. Like, I want PSVR 2, but there's just so much it's got going against it. It's way too expensive to be what it is. You already have to own a PS5. Plus, you got to get this. You got to get the PSVR 2. And it's not wireless.
It makes a wireless fucking arcade stick. Doesn't make a wireless VR headset.
Yeah, you can get a fucking Quest 3 for half the price. It'll hook up to your PC so you can play PC VR games, which are going to look better than the PlayStation ones. And it's completely fucking wireless and self-contained. Kylo Ren's on me. And the other one's shooting me from above with the rockets. I got to get away from Kylo Ren. I got to get away from that. Get out of that guy's field of view.
This city hides many lost and legendary treasures. Locked away. Waiting to be found. Waiting to
Don't
be
let him bait you out into the open. That's where the other guy's shooting bombs.
taken.
Ah, fuck.
But some treasures
I do not understand how to play these characters.
come with more trouble than others.
Yeah, that move with Anakin just feels like a death trap. It takes so long to activate, and you just stand there taking damage while it's happening to you. And I don't feel like
Yeah,
it
but he
puts
gets a
out.
third ability or fourth.
Yeah, but I feel like it don't put out enough damage to justify the amount of damage you take trying to activate it.
He's dead.
I don't think we're gonna play this mode anymore. Is honestly what I think is gonna happen.
Thief VR. Yeah, no, I prefer heroes versus villains. What's this one?
This was in Heroes versus Villains.
Oh, usually it's like a 4-on-4 style. This is a 2v2. Because there's a 4-on-4 version.
I hit
that's better.
play, I hit multiplayer, and then heroes and villains, and then hero showdown.
Oh no, the regular, the other one. There's a 4v4 mode that's a lot easier because of the fact that they're not just focused on you. The attention gets split, and you've got more backup. Like I had better luck getting kills and actually leveling up in that.
Were you?
Does anybody actually give a shit about Thief?
That franchise, like I remember they did a reboot of it back on early PS4, maybe late PS3, and just like it did not do well. People just did not care. So I don't know. Maybe it'll do better in VR. Guess we'll see.
Tidewalker, are you there yet? Cleo has uncovered a formula for a cure, but she's keeping it safe in her tower.
Makers of Road 96, wasn't that the bad game? I was gonna say, is this Dave the Diver 2? But no, it's probably not gonna be anything that cool.
Hey, you got some hosen?
Marketland seems a bit tense today. I heard something happen with another Tidewalker. Damn it. It's gone. Someone beat us to it.
Multiplayer story.
Ever since the Great Flood, Elend, my dear planet, has been dying.
Are you not gonna join the stream tonight? Sweetie?
What?
Are you not streaming? I mean, I was doing video game stuff while I waited for you, but if you don't want to join, it's fine. I can go. I can solo. You don't have to. I just thought you'd want in on this one. It's Destiny had his first day in court, so we get to see how his revenge porn scandal goes, and if he was right about how it would go in court, and more importantly, if I was right about how it would go in court. But that's up to you. It's not the official transcript; it's his retelling of it. The official transcript isn't out yet, but as soon as it is, I'm gonna fucking go over. I'm gonna read the actual court transcript once that becomes available to the public. What? So I get him down to one hit, and then I just can't swing anymore? Okay, whatever.
Plastemia has taken everything from us.
Oh yeah, and you get respawns in this, so you can just kind of grind it out.
But you Tidewalkers are all connected.
Hey, you! Stop right there!
And it's up to you now to use that power.
Can't even see him.
Please, help me. Get down!
Tidewalkers.
I can't fucking see him. Like he drops the smoke and he's so small. Jesus. I have no idea what Ray's abilities do. I keep hitting him with something, but it doesn't look like it does anything.
I can't hit him.
Yeah, I can't fucking hit this guy. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this.
Will you help us?
Tides of Tomorrow. He's one shot, and he got it. I keep getting him down to like one shot left, and then my character runs out of stamina, and they get to kill me because I can't do anything.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Doucet, the game director of Astrobot. It's a pleasure to be back
New Astrobot content? New Astrobot game?
today to share more news with you. What the last few months it has been in the world of Astro. Astrobot launched last September to such encouraging feedback.
Bro,
Please let the new content be actual.
This character, bro.
Please let the new content be actual content and not fucking speedrun shit, because I played the free DLC, which props to them for making the DLC free, but also it was just speedrun content, and I don't really care about speedrunning levels. That's my least favorite thing to do in games like Astrobot. Fucking double teaming, yeah!
Even receiving a few honors we are truly grateful for. In October, we added 5 speedrun levels, followed
Yeah,
by a Christmas
5
special
speedrun.
packed with festive surprises. And then earlier this year, the Vicious Void Galaxy made its appearance, adding yet more new challenging levels.
Yeah, I like the challenge levels, but I don't want the speedrun levels. Like, the last bit of content was just 5 speedrun levels, and I can't do speedruns. I'm not that good at speedruns. That's not the way I like to play a game. I don't like to be under the pressure of a time limit and having to do a perfect run. Like, I'm not that autistic. I just didn't care to finish that. Like, I played through each one of the levels once, got the bronze, and I was like, okay, well, I'm never getting gold on this. I don't care. It's not my speedrun is just not my thing. I don't care about it. I prefer to go slow and take in the game's challenge being level design, not go fast. Unless it's a Sonic game where you're supposed to go fast.
Of which came at no additional cost. And today, I am pleased to announce that later this month, you will be able to enjoy 5 brand new challenge levels in Astrobot, bringing the total to
new challenge
whopping
level.
90 planets. And new special bots will be there too, including Atsu from Ghost of Yotei, alongside other fans' favorites, but these ones are a surprise. And finally, the Astrobot DualSense wireless controller will return later this year, with a slight twist. So be on the lookout for more news.
They're going to relaunch the controller, but this time he says with a twist. Does that mean the eyes will actually like move and do stuff now? Did they take the feedback that everybody complained that it didn't do that? Come on, lay into him, Luke.
Is coming soon. From all of us at Team Asobi, thank you all for the amazing reception you gave our
Got
game.
him.
And enjoy the rest of the show.
It doesn't look like they're moving when he's holding it there, so I'm trying to figure out what the twist is. He says it's coming back with a twist. Whoa, shit. What is this? I'm in double team right now. See something?
My old man always said to me,
Another one of those
he told me
weird games.
to get a ship. Then it hit me all so clear. No old man just got a ship. Memories go, memories stay, chasing the sound of the waves. It always sways, it always strays, standing on the beach all day. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What is happening? I feel like all the Jedi powers suck compared to the Sith ones. Like, all mine are like mind tricks and stuff that are supposed to do stuff to regular soldiers, and it's not doing anything to the Siths. No, they just make up powers for him in the real show. Apparently, the Jedi powers or whatever the plot needs them to be. They keep making up new ones, which is why I stopped watching Star Wars, because when I think I understand what the Force is and how it works, they make up some new bullshit.
And I kind of feel like the original Force
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be this all-powerful thing. It was more of a support tool and not like a superpower. Like, you could do, like, yeah, you could move stuff with it. You could do Jedi mind trick. You could manipulate small stuff, but it didn't make you all-powerful. It was more of a guiding tool. Where now it's like, oh no, he's dying. It's okay. I can force heal him. I can, yeah, like Rey can just do everything, apparently. Oh my god. Holy shit. Triple team. Sea remnants. Okay. That game looked weird. Don't know what to make of it. here? Another one of those hyper stylized games. I got him. Yeah, Kylo Ren's powers are like the ability to freeze you, and just his powers alone are just yeah. There's no balance in these characters. Oh, I'm gonna die. I am surrounded. Supposed to be their answer to Zelda? What am I looking at? Help him, bro. Just like a boarding game? I was expecting to see some like open world stuff and the boarding was just for traversal, but no. Sword of the Sea. I mean, the competition desperately needs a Zelda-esque and answer to Zelda. But every time that a game comes out that kind of looks like, oh, it's like Breath of the Wild, blah, blah, it ends up being like a gacha game like Genshin Impact or something, which still, no, it's not Breath of the Wild. That game's nothing like Breath of the Wild. Neither was Horizon Zero Dawn or any of the Horizon games. Like, they were their own thing. The one that came the closest was one that Ubisoft canceled the sequel to, and I guess people just, I don't know why they canceled it. It had a following. The Immortals Phoenix Rising was pretty close to Zelda and definitely had potential, especially if they had done all the stuff they had planned to do with the sequel. It would have felt like Zelda, but, you know, with mythical figures instead of Zelda stuff. But then they canceled it.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Zatani. That was a new look at Sword of the Sea, a visually striking adventure from the team behind Abzu and
yeah.
Combo breakers. 1, 2, 3.
Yep, there's fucking triple teaming us. We need to regroup.
Hapless. We're excited to announce that Sword of the Sea will launch this summer into the PlayStation Plus game catalog.
Oh, it's a PlayStation Plus game, so you won't have to buy it.
On June 17th, Remedy brings otherworldly action to game catalog with FBC Firebreak. In this cooperative FPS set in the paranatural world of Control, you and 2 fellow agents must confront and contain the reality-warping chaos found within the oldest house. Fun in short bursts or deep dives, FBC Firebreak launches day 1 in the game catalog on June.
Die! Holy shit!
So they're doing the fucking Game Pass thing where they launch stuff day 1 in their PlayStation Plus members catalog thing, which I guess is cool. They were bound to do it eventually. But this one, what is this, a roguelike? Like, they didn't explain enough of what this thing even was.
Out.
Yep, pretty much. They're just waiting until they can outnumber us. And this dude just back up in blocks and waits for help to arrive.
17. The PlayStation Plus Classics catalog welcomes several new titles this summer. The PS2 version of legendary immersive sim Deus Ex arrives June 17th.
Jesus.
In July, Twisted Metal
3 and 4 finally come into the classic catalog. Dude, just give us a new Twisted Metal already.
3 and Twisted Metal 4 join the service just in time for the second season premiere of Twisted Metal.
No, we get a fucking shitty-ass TV show. New game? No, you didn't watch our TV show. Not enough of you showed interest, so no new game for you.
If you want a new game, buy these, dumbass.
No, they're free. They're just in the Classics catalog for PlayStation Plus members. You just play. You just go play them. I want new ones. Or at least remasters of these old ones instead of just dumping the ROMs onto a service that should have been there fucking years ago.
Metal, which arrives July 31st in select countries, including Peacock in the US. Additionally, 2 of Capcom's most beloved...
I mean, we can play something else. This is all just background noise for me. We got, well, like 10 minutes left on this, and then I can go into the Destiny stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the menu then, so I can at least equip the cards I've earned for these guys.
Loved games from the original.
Capcom fucking props for.
What's that?
They didn't make Capcom Fighting Collection 2 a fucking Series X game. Thank God. You don't need to.
Oh, I didn't
Not
even
every
notice.
game needs to be a Series X game. It's like, let me put it on my fucking hard drive, please.
Yeah, because the only advantage to having it as a Series X game that I could see, the only reason why they may need to require it is the faster load times, maybe for online connections, because you don't want to match with somebody and they load into the game instantly and then they got to wait for you. Like, maybe it would cause problems online. But that's the only reason I could see. Like, there's no reason it would need to be a Series X game other than that. But I guess that's not a big deal because they didn't do it. So, props. Because I'm playing Battlefront 2 right now on my hard drive. I'm not putting this shit on mine. It loads slow as shit when I first launch it up, but I don't care. Rey gains an extra dodge ability, but her stamina drains faster. God, even her cards suck.
You need to play Obi-Wan. He's fucking broken.
It's like the fucking... Well, I did. I couldn't figure out how to use him. Insight has increased area of effect. Yeah, it's got to be the cards. But man, it's like this game hates the Jedis. It's like the Sith are so much cooler and stronger.
He blocks, he can gain up to like 250 extra health through blocking in a damage reduction.
Jesus Christ. All right, so Rey's abilities are Dash Strike, Charge Forward with your lightsaber. Yeah, that got me killed every time I tried to do it. Insight, she senses her surroundings, revealing nearby enemies while she disappears from their radar. The only advantage to this in Heroes mode is her stamina costs are halved and her damage is increased. So it's just a buff. Like, I don't care about putting them on the radar or disappearing from their radar because we're not. It's Heroes mode, so who cares? And Mind Trick, Radii causes nearby enemies to be dazed and confused, but that didn't seem to work on them half the time I tried it.
It's backwards controls, so if you know, you don't get hit by it.
Oh, well, that's why no one ever cared. They just start pulling the other trigger and it still works. Ugh, it's so dumb. Yeah. Yeah, it's like this game hates the Jedi. I didn't know what to do with them. And like Yoda doesn't even have the ability to block at all. When I hold left trigger for him, it activates an ability. There's no block.
He has a... his block ability is...
Oh, he has a block
press
ability.
RB, and then he charges block, and then he can unleash the damage from his block.
Oh, yeah, I see. Unleash now. When Yoda blocks damage using his block ability, the range and damage of Unleash is increased for a short amount of time. Yeah, but the problem is, like, if that ability is on cooldown, he just straight up can't block. Presence, he does have a heal, though, so I guess it kind of counteracts it a little bit. Dash attack and then leap forward. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Yoda just didn't feel good in Heroes versus Villains. He's great in the regular mode because he's so small, he's hard to shoot, but in this, yeah. Presence asks for a longer time. The area of effect of Unleash is longer. Sure, I guess I'll go with that one. All right, let's finish this.
PlayStation are set to join the Classics lineup. Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 will arrive later this summer in the Classics catalog. Additionally, Myst and Riven will arrive later this month as part of the Days of Play celebration, running now through June 11th. Days of Play is a 2-week event that includes bonus PlayStation Plus content drops, great deals on software and hardware, and more.
So you're going to drop stuff during this 2-week event that if I don't claim it within the 2 weeks, I guess I miss it, even though I'm a PlayStation Plus subscriber? Okay. Don't like that. I never turn my PlayStation on unless I have a reason to use it. Now I just got to keep remembering to turn it on and check in so I can get the free shit.
Visit PlayStation blog and PlayStation.com for full details.
Yeah, there's a reason why they did away with that.
They're doing it right now in the Epic Games.
His parents cut their own rope to save him. He watched them fall.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to something to log in, but if there's nothing on my PS5 I want to play, I'm literally just plugging it up and turning it on just so I can grab free shit and then log out. Like, I'm still not going to play it. Like, it's the only reason I ever open the Epic Games launcher half the time is I log in to get my free shit and then I'll never play anything on it.
Then found his way off that mountain. He was 11 years old.
He then started a grand tour of every major boarding school in Britain.
Always at the top of his class.
Always at odds with authority. Same thing in the Navy.
His superiors all praise his instincts.
And they're all in need of early retirement. Nobody knows what to do with him, Mom.
No. And I suspect he feels the same way.
It is super weird hearing Morgan use British slang.
But what he did in Iceland...
Yes, that's Morgan from The Walking Dead. You guys saw that correctly.
Did in Iceland was insubordination. It was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. He only survived thanks to blind luck. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all, Greenway. It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet without
it's
a
a new
target.
Bond game.
Let's give him one.
Damn, he's young as shit. It's like a prequel game. Yeah. That's an interesting take on it. No one's gone that far back and like showed like how he became James Bond.
Do you have an appointment?
The name's Bond.
James Bond. He's with me.
And you are? Don't think we've had the pleasure.
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, James.
So you shouldn't have.
We're facing a situation
Sure
of the
smacks for
utmost
gameplay.
delicacy. I need all my pieces on the board.
Cutscene. Everybody loves cutscenes.
009
this looks
is
like
a master manipulator. Whatever the end game is, we won't
I was about to say it's got kind of Uncharted vibes, but yeah, I guess Hitman is more. Okay, well that kind of sucks. I was hoping for more Uncharted vibes in Hitman,
see it come.
especially since Uncharted is far more cinematic and would just fit that. Yeah, fit James Bond better than Hitman. But I see what they're going for.
I think they're gonna have a lot of different ways to like complete the missions because that's kind of.
Yeah, that's kind of Hitman's thing, but I hope it's a cinematic. It's something like because that's what Uncharted was known for. Was it's not just the like cutscenes, but like the actual gameplay was cinematic. It had all these set pieces that were just like balls to the wall action field stuff, and they over the top, which would fit well with James Bond.
Jet lag. Gets me every time.
She's not your friend, Bond. She's an asset.
With respect, Mom. To hell with that.
Tell me, what do you do, James?
Lately, headhunting.
James Bond First Light. 007.
I suppose this is another teachable moment.
I'm vaguely interested. I'm hoping it's more than just Hitman with a James Bond skin.
I mean, I assume it's gonna be a bit more.
Hello,
cinematic.
I'm Hakan Abrak, CEO of Iron
Hitman,
Interactive.
'cause Hitman's kind of.
The team is thrilled to announce 007 First Light.
And they were getting more cinematic.
You'll experience James Bond as a young
Yeah,
air
they were.
crewman in the Royal Navy. Before the tuxedo and the martinis, as he first steps into the world of espionage, striving to earn his 00 status. Everyone at Iron Interactive has poured their passion and dedication.
I just want those playable like action set pieces that go over the top like Uncharted has. Like if you can mix that with the Hitman gameplay, then you're golden. You're perfect. If all the like cool over the top action stuff is done in a cutscene, and then you go to a level where you just assassinate people and you get creative with your assassinations, I mean, still cool. Creative assassinations are cool, but it would suck to see all the cool shit in cutscenes and not be able to play it.
Into crafting an experience that honors the legacy of Bond, harnessing our 25 years of agent expertise. This is just the beginning of our journey with 007, and we can't wait to share more with you soon.
Well, it's a PlayStation 5 exclusive game made by PlayStation Studios. Oh, is this the Ghost of whatever game? I can't remember the name of it. I didn't play the last one, Ghost of Tsushima. I mean, I heard it was good. I just didn't play it. I don't play much stuff on my PS5 unless it's a game I really, really want to play. Bought the PS5 for Astro Bot and Final Fantasy.
You're still with me?
Ghost of Yodel. Yodel? Okay.
自由のために戦う。さあ、お手並み拝見といこう。
Yote. Oh, this is the Marvel game, yeah. So this is the one I did see, but this is probably the thing I'm most excited about from this state of play so far.
君のことは親友だと思っているが、やるしかないようだな。ビブラニウムのシールドだけでは私の
Followed by Lumines, and then the Astrobot DLC.
アーマーには勝てないぞ。よし。
Good English voice acting, but they probably won't.
Yeah, it's all in Japanese too. Like, I want to hear the English voice acting. Not that there's anything wrong with Japanese voice acting. It just feels weird in a Marvel game. Like, those characters should be speaking English. I just can't. Like a Captain America screaming stuff in Japanese feels weird to me.
Yeah. I wish they would, like, especially in games where they have both, have it so that, like, you can have a mode where it's based off, like, what they would actually speak.
Yeah. Like, the default is they speak the language of where they're from. So if you have an American character, they're going to speak English. If you have a Japanese character, they're going to speak Japanese. Some games do that, where they make it so that you mix and match the voice acting for the characters based on where they're from. But most of them, it's just either they all speak English or they all don't, and that's the problem I have with some of the Street Fighters. Some of those characters, I want them to speak Japanese, but like players like Ken and Zangief, I don't want them speaking Japanese. It feels weird.
Excited for this, honestly.
I mean, it looks good.
I think 4v4 is going to be.
I'm done doing. Well, it looks like there's multiple ways to play it. I saw Max trying to break it down. So you're not locked into 4v4. You can do one. You can do one character you control and have 4 as assist. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I mean, it depends on how they implement it. I mean, it looks like a fun, just nonsense fighting game, which for me, I don't take fighting games super seriously anyway. I can tell you right now, I'm done buying fighting games at launch. Like, I'm going to wait till they go on sale. But unless it's like I did buy the collection for Capcom Fighting Collection 2, but that's because that's already not a full price game. And I know what all those games are. I already know I'm going to like them. They're games I played back in the day. When a new fighting game comes out, I'm not falling for the hype and buying a fucking $70 game or a $110 game like Mortal Kombat and then not playing it half the time. Yeah, so. Like, I played the beta for the new Fatal Fury. I couldn't, it didn't jive with me. Like, I like the old Fatal Fury games, but this one just felt like it had too many systems in it. It felt like systems on top of systems, and I was just like, this is too much. I don't, like the time investment needed for me to get good at this and get into it is just more time than I have. So, like, if I can't just pick it up and play it and be at least have fun with it without having to feel like I don't know what I'm doing within a couple minutes, then I'm probably not going to stick with it. And classic fighting games have that they were designed to be that, the pick up and play instantly. Like, it doesn't take much to understand how they work, but it does take a lot of time to master them. That Tetris effect of being easy to learn, impossible to master, because that's how old arcade games worked. You're putting a quarter in, you're going to play instantly, and you don't know how much time you're going to be standing in front of the machine. So they don't want people to have to spend, fucking $30 in quarters just to learn how the game works. They wanted you hooked on the game in that first quarter. That first time you put a quarter into the machine, they wanted you to be hooked. So that was the design. I feel like once we've gone into console fighting games, like that's become less and less a part of the design. Now it's just like how complicated can we make it and how technical can we, yeah, and then that's where you start to lose me.
No, I don't feel like that's it at all. I feel like there's this like war for a balance between the two going on right now, and each developer is doing their own take on it. Like,
yeah, it's that's the hard part. Is there? I feel like it was that for a while, and you keep trying to appease the hardcore crowd because they want the game to have crazier systems and they want to be able to do more. But the more systems you put into it and the more stuff that the characters can do, the more you lose the casual crowd. So you got to find that balance between having all these complicated systems and all these options, but not overwhelming the casual players so they can still instantly get hooked. And that's why they're all playing around with new control schemes. Like, yeah, it's got all this complicated stuff in it, but look, you can do the supers with one button press now, so we're trying to keep it simple even though it's complicated.
and we make them invincible, and we make it so that you can't get hit during them, and it's like,
yeah,
oh,
it's a hard fucking line to walk, and it doesn't feel like any of them have mastered it yet. I'd say Street Fighter 6 comes, yeah, I feel like Street Fighter 6 has come the closest, and even it is very flawed with its modern versus classic input take. Because that was Max's worry with this, and I agree, is, man, this looks cool as shit, but it also looks like, how are you going to rope in the casual player when just watching this, it looks like there's already so much going on with controlling 4 characters and all this shit on screen. Like, how do you get a casual player to do anything but button mash? Like, how are you going to get them to commit the time needed to learn this shit? Oof. And even then, like, how do you make it? I don't know.
Why?
I feel like 2 buttons isn't enough, but just, yeah, am I supposed to learn 4 characters now? Like, yeah, like the more you expect, like the bigger the time commitment needed to learn the game, the less chance you have of hooking a casual player like myself. Because it's not that I don't like them, and it's not that I can't learn this stuff. It's that I don't have the time needed to commit to learn it. Not without giving up on playing literally any other game, and I don't want to do that. I'm like, my life just doesn't allow me that kind of time. So it's a hard line to walk. I don't envy them, but we'll see. I feel like they picked the right franchise to do it. Like, if you're going to do this big crossover game that's not a crossover game, it plays like a crossover game, but it only has characters from one franchise. Well, you've got like over 700 Marvel characters to choose from already. Like you've got plenty of roster to choose from. You pick the right franchise to do it with. Now you got to be able to make it casually friendly while still deep enough to hook the hardcore crowd so it can be an Evo and shit. Yeah, like, it's hard to do both. It is hard to do both. Fighting games are struggling with it. Tekken kind of tanked its own game trying to.
I feel like the gameplay has already been solved, and they're overcomplicating the shit. People want more single player shit. That's what they want.
Oh yeah, I agree. That will keep me playing a fighting game for far longer. And the single player shit needs to be good enough that you're teaching a casual player how to be good at this without forcing them to learn. So you have to present the single player content in a way where they don't even realize they're learning the game. They're just learning it through playing it. Because you put a normal casual player in something like a training mode, and they don't know what they're doing. Like, they're just not going to learn the stuff that like a hardcore player is going to learn. But if the game can teach them the more advanced stuff in a way that doesn't frustrate them or make them think they have to do it, it just starts to feel natural, which is hard to do. Granted, it's very hard to do, but if you can pull it off, then I feel like you've kind of nailed it. Tekken did a good job of that, but then they started updating the game to cater to those more hardcore players and ended up pleasing nobody, and everybody got mad at it. And yeah, like ton of videos on the update that ruined Tekken. Yeah, so it's tough, man. It's tough to walk that balance to be easy to learn, impossible to master.
Core audience and shit got too easy.
Yeah, but the
damage was just too high on the easy shit, and it's like,
yeah, but
you can't just make this the default option that wins.
Yeah, but it ended up pleasing nobody because it wasn't good for the casual crowd either, because then it became too easy to get high damage and just button mash and do the easy shit. So when casuals got online, everyone was abusing it on them, and they felt like they couldn't fight back. So like it ended up helping nobody. That was the big problem with the update. So it is a hard line to walk. But we'll finish this trailer so you guys watching can see all the crazy nonsense that's on screen. Let me know, chat. Let me know if watching the trailer for this fucking Marvel game, if this looks too complicated to you just from watching the trailer. Like, if you're a fighting game fan, tell me how it looks from a fighting game perspective. If you're a casual fan casual fighting game player who's not super hardcore into fighting games, look at this and tell me if it seems too complicated or if it's a kind of game that you're like, that looks dope and I'll buy it. Because I feel like that's that's going to be the problem with a trailer like this, is a casual fan might look at it and see all this nonsense going on and be like, I mean, it looks dope, but that looks overwhelming. Like, you don't want to overwhelm them. So let me know if this looks overwhelming or not, guys.
PlayStation exclusive.
It's on PC too.
On PC.
Oh, yeah, it is a PlayStation exclusive. It's being made by, or funded in part by PlayStation Studios. It's a collaboration between PlayStation Studios and Arc System Works. I mean, it is coming out on PC, but it's, yeah, console-wise, it's going to be a PlayStation exclusive.
I play most of them on here, so if they're not on here, and most of my friends don't play them, so it's like, it's a waste of my money at a point.
Like, I'll probably still get the PlayStation version just because it's easier to stream from it, but as long as it's got crossplay with the PC, like, that's going to be important.
俺とやり合うってか調子が出てきたぜ俺様の名はスターロード胸に刻んでおきだ
So Star-Lord looks entirely too buff in this.
覚悟しやがれシュートベルト締めたかいイーストラというのスペシャルメニューお願いするぜYeah, baby! その目に焼き付け貧弱なるやれ
援護する風よ荒れ狂えたとえ人々に嫌われていても私は世界を守るさあ耐えられるかしらこりゃ
I mean, I can just see how watching this, people are like, yeah, there's that Iron Man design. I don't understand the obsessive, like, the over-the-top eyebrows. Like, if you get rid of those two silver things, he's got, like, the silver eyebrows and the silver thing over his chest. That feels very fucking Ultraman anime mech suit vibes. Like, if you get rid of that, like, I don't think the suit design's okay. It's just, like, that is so distracting and just feels out of place for an Iron Man costume. I don't understand why they did that.
You know what positives I'm gonna see for this? They might actually release some skins for the first fucking time in their entire fucking existence. Because that has been my biggest complaint with Arxis games, is that
they're gonna have to. They are going to have to. That is going to be a huge moneymaker in a Marvel game. People love the fucking playing dress up with the Marvel characters just because there's all these characters have fucking 70 years worth of fucking costumes and redesigns and alternate universe. Like, there's so many options already and everybody has a favorite. So, like, yeah, people are going to want them. Like, you're going to have to do them. It would be a huge misstep not to. Damn it. Still couldn't kill the guy. Okay, yeah, I can just see from looking at the trailer from, like, a casual person perspective how this might look hectic as fuck. I will say the Storm redesign does look good. Like, I think that's actually an improvement for Storm. Like, she does look dope. Okay, are you gonna play it if they do an open beta? Because I mean, they do an open beta. I mean, you have to play the PC version, but you know, free chance to try it.
Play it, I'll play
I'll
it
be,
with you,
I'll be playing an open beta. I'll definitely I'll do an open beta for almost anything, just because it's a free way to try a new game. Because they don't do demos anymore, so here's my only chance to try before I buy. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Most of the time, I don't end up buying because betas for a lot of games end up being garbage. But yeah, I'll try it, and because that's what happened with the Fatal Fury game. I tried it in the betas. And I was like, oh, it just didn't click with me. Like I was getting a feel for the systems, and I was just like, these aren't. Oh man, having to keep track of all these systems just wasn't fun for me. Like it didn't feel like Fatal Fury. They just did too much. It just felt like they did too much. Like they used the systems from all the previous Fatal Fury games combined, and I was like, this is too much for one game. This is too much for one game. I just couldn't get into it.
Fucking Strive. It felt like Guilty Gear Strive.
Kind of, yeah. And I didn't get into Strive either. Like, I liked it. I liked the art style, and I liked the way the game played, the way it played more like Street Fighter than, you know, your typical anime fighter. But still, it was just like I just couldn't get into it. It was just because I couldn't keep track of which system I was using. This kind of block does this, and this special kind of block does this, but this kind of thing counters. Yeah, it was so much to keep track of that my brain just turned off halfway through. So we'll see. But yeah, if they do a beta, I'll be playing the beta. So I guess we'll check it out together, and we'll either have fun shitting on it, or maybe we'll actually get into it. We'll see.
I'll put $10 down. It's going to be a 2-button fighter. It's going to have 2 attack buttons.
I'll take that bet. I'm gonna go 4-button. I'm gonna go 4-button. I mean, you're probably more right than me because you're more into fighting games than me, but I'm gonna go 4-button just because 4 fighters, 4-button. I don't know, makes sense. that is the extent of my logic for that. It's going. It's probably 4.
I'm kind of judging it based off of a previous game that they've released, and it wasn't a 4-button fighter, but it was their attempt at like doing a super casual friendly tag game before fighters. It's called BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle.
I've heard of it. I hadn't played it.
It is a 2-button fighter. I mean, it technically has more buttons if you count the tag buttons, but you only have.
But
2
yeah,
attack buttons.
it's like Smash Brothers style, where you've got 2 attack buttons and then the rest is your other shit. Yeah.
I wouldn't say Smash Brothers because people are gonna think something different, but yeah.
Well, I don't mean in the way it plays, but I mean in the controls, because Smash Brothers just has 2 attack buttons and then the rest is like jump and block and all the other shit. Because you got standard attack and then you got special attack, and that's fucking it. So okay, well, let's see what else we need to get through this. But wait, pause. Pause. Why are we rewinded? Are we announcing something? Oh, this is what the developers are going to talk about it? Yeah. I saw all this when Max did it. I'll probably skip through this.
プレイステーションの友人から急になんか飲みに行こうぜっていう連絡が来て、なんのこっちゃと思って、予定合わせて行ったんですけど、ちょっと飲んでる中で、実は
I'm not gonna be able to read that while I'm playing. If you guys want to watch that, go watch it on somebody else's channel. It's just we got the gist of it. I saw all the games I wanted to see in the direct, and 2 in it. One I'm actually excited about. Well, 2 things I'm excited about: the Astrobot DLC and Lumines are like the only 2 things I'm really excited about. There's a couple things in it I'm interested in, but I'm not like day one must-have kind of interested in. Like obviously I'm gonna have to play the beta for the Marvel game first. Interested in it, but that's with a huge asterisk, and that's the way I am with most fighting games now. I've been burned on enough fighting games here recently that I am not falling for hype trailers and shit anymore. Like, you're gonna have to let me play the game before I buy it. Like, you're gonna have to do a beta or something, or I'm just gonna wait till it goes on sale. The sequel to Bloodstain, the Metroidvanias. There was another one in there that I forgot the name of that I was a little interested in. I'm obviously interested in my Metroidvanias. The only like RPGs they had were Final Fantasy Tactics. That's what I was really looking forward to with RPGs, because PlayStation's always been the RPG system, but lately that's become more Xbox. Like, other consoles are starting to, like, yeah, because Final Fantasies and all those, like, RPGs were always pretty much exclusive to PlayStation. You'd have Final Fantasy, you'd have, like, Wild Arms, Legend of Dragoon, the Sudoku series. Yeah, just a ton of your RPGs were always on that. So that's where most of my love for the PlayStation came from. But now you're getting all of that on fucking Xbox. You're getting the Dragon's Quest games now. You're getting Final Fantasy games are going to start coming to it now. Expedition 33, Sea of Stars. Yeah, like a lot of those games that I think are defining this generation are going to be on Xbox. Yeah, like all the good RPGs are on Xbox right now. I mean, they're on every console, but they're not like PlayStation exclusives.
Speaking of games on Xbox, Doom Eternal, what did you think? I didn't watch that one.
It's a fucking rental, man. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I did literally everything there was to do in that game over a weekend. I have every achievement. I beat the game on the hardest difficulty. I found every secret. There's literally no reason for me to boot that game back up. I have done everything. I've done everything.
Have you played it at 150 times speed?
No, but I don't care. Like, that's gimmicky bullshit that isn't like Doom to me. That's like crazy speedrunner or like modder shit that you would do in old Dooms. That I want the Doom experience. And as a Doom game, it's fine. I like the combat in it. I really like the combat style of stand and fight. I thought it did rely a little too heavily on parries, but that seems to be like most games right now. Most games seem obsessed with parrying. So, and I kind of suck at parrying. But it was fun for what it was. It did take a little too long to get going. Like, you don't really settle into it at first. The story was nonsense, and it was just too heavily focused on story for a Doom game. I don't know. Like, it was
too focused on story, but the story fucking sucks.
Yeah, because it's a Doom game. You're not supposed to care about the story. The story's supposed to be background noise. And the focus was on story, but the story made no goddamn sense. Which would be fine in a Doom game if you got all the other content to outweigh that, but they don't. Like I said, the content's good for what it is, but it's about the halfway mark where you actually get to where you can feel the flow that they're going for battle, because that's when you start getting the upgrades for the shield, which make the shield work the way that you see it work in the trailers. Yeah, like, it takes too long to get there. And then by the time you get there, the game's half over, and then you beat the game on the hardest difficulty. You've got all the achievements, you've done all the things. Okay, now what? And then there's no multiplayer. There's nothing else to do. So I just uninstalled it. I was like, okay, so now there is nothing. I think that they had a pretty good... Like, I think it should have had 2 multiplayer game modes. I would say that you have an option for a really cool idea for multiplayer, given the shield design and stuff, is that you could make it kind of a Doom meets For Honor kind of multiplayer, where... You have these 1v1 fights where it's all about parrying and countering and standing your ground and fighting and shooting. But like every time you do a special shot or a charge shot or something like that, those would be the shots that would be parryable, so the person you're fighting can parry them. So then, using your big guns or your big attacks would be risky, but using the smaller guns would be unparryable, and they just have to block them, and then you'd have to drain their stand. Like, you could do something cool like that and then have a regular multiplayer mode. I'm sorry, I was a fan of multiplayer in Doom 2016. I was that guy, and I feel like that mode could have... Did it have its problems? Sure, but they could have made it into something special. So, I feel like that could have been the modern-day way for people to get their arena shooter, classic team deathmatch, or regular, fucking free-for-all fix. It would be in Doom, because we don't have Quake anymore, and fucking Duke Nukem Forever shit the bed, so... I mean, the multiplayer in Duke Nukem Forever was classic Duke Nukem multiplayer. It was good. The problem is the game was ass and no one played it. Doom 2016 was good. The problem is that the way they implemented demons in that classic multiplayer mode was unbalanced as fuck and wasn't fun. If you remove the demons and just make it a classic multiplayer Doom game where everyone's the Doom guy and it's all about the weapons and the shooting, and then you can do your special mode where it's like For Honor, where it's all about using the shield. If you had those 2 modes as multiplayer options, I think the game would have been great. And give me a reason to unlock and use all these fucking skins, because I felt the skins just felt completely fucking pointless. Yeah, I unlocked them by playing through the difficulties, but I mean, for what? The only time I see him is in the cutscenes. But after I beat the game once, I'm not rewatching those cutscenes.
Different. They're just recolors.
Yeah, like none of it felt special.
Suit? Where's the Eternal suit? Like,
yeah, where's the classic Doom guy?
Where's the classic levels from 2016? Where did those go?
Yeah, it just missed the mark for me. Like, it's a fun rental. If it weren't for Game Pass, I would say it wouldn't be worth playing. But if you got Game Pass, it's worth a download. It's worth one playthrough. If you really want to get all the achievements, you don't even have to play through on the hardest difficulty to get all the achievements either. Like, if you're an achievement guy, you can get all the achievements in one playthrough. If you're a guy who wants to unlock all the things, you can, again, unlock all the things in one playthrough by making your one playthrough the hardest difficulty. Yeah, like, it can be finished in a weekend. Like, it's a good rental. It's a good one-time experience, one and done. It's a one and done. It is definitely not a $70, $80 experience. Not by a long shot. I mean, I liked it for what it was, but then after I beat it, I was just like, okay, now what? I felt that they overused the mechs and the dragon levels too. Like one dragon level was fun. I'd say 2 dragon levels would have probably been the sweet spot. But the mech suit levels, they looked cool, but they weren't fun. They just weren't fun. They were boring. Like, you should only do one of those, or maybe 2. One at the beginning of the game to introduce it, where it's this big, epic thing. Because the first time you see that you're getting in the mech suit, you get all excited, but you hadn't played it yet, so you don't know how boring it is. And then you do it again at the end, where you get the special mech that actually has a melee weapon and all the extra bullshit on it, to give you a reason to get excited for it again. All those other fucking mech levels in the middle needed to fucking go. They just broke the pacing of the game and weren't fun. And there's no secrets on them. There's nothing to unlock on them. There's nothing to do on them but march forward and punch shit. It's boring. It was fucking boring.
I think the dragon levels were the most fun because
there's a lot more to do in them.
To fight shit. Like,
yeah. The gameplay, like the dragon levels weren't bad. They just needed to break them up. I felt like they overstayed their welcome a little bit too. Like, there need to be 2, maybe 3 dragon levels, and at max 2 of the fucking mech levels. 1,
there needs
2.
to just be less in general.
It just felt like I didn't spend enough time doing Doom shit in my Doom game. Because it takes you, you have to get enough upgrades to make the shield usable and to make all these guns awesome. So by the time you start feeling like Doom guy, you're halfway through the game. And then once you get locked in and you're trying to enjoy your Doom experience, they keep interrupting it to make you punch shit in a mech in a boring way. Or do the dragon levels, which the dragon levels were fun and all because you got to get off and still do Doom shit. But the problem is there wasn't enough to do when you were on the dragon. It was just fight the same 2 enemies over and over. It was, I occasionally find a Titan, which is guarding a hidden area, kill him, and then I kill these ships by dodging their attacks, which are the same every time, and then I blow up the ship and land on it. Rinse and repeat. Like, it's all you did on it. There was no aerial combat. Like, the aerial combat was lock onto something and then your dragon locks in place and then you just dodge and shoot. Yeah, like, there just wasn't enough to it. And the one thing you could do while actually flying the dragon and shoot the guns was chase those little ships that would give you gold. But they don't fight back. Like, that's not an aerial battle. That's just you chasing down a defenseless ship until you kill it. And it became more... And they just flew around in a circle. Like, there was no, actual, chase or reason to chase them. Because when I first saw one, I, locked in. And I was like, oh, shit, I got to get him before he gets away. But he never gets away. He just drives in a circle. He just follows a circular pattern, so there was no sense of urgency to try to kill it. If I lost track of him, and no big deal, I'll come back and get him later, I guess, because he's not going anywhere. He's not trying to get away, and he's not fighting back. Why the fuck is he here? What are they doing? This is boring.
Or he's smoking on that peace pipe.
Yeah, just so much of it felt like lazy game design. Like, I didn't get it. Like, a multiplayer mode would at least give me a reason to keep playing. Yeah, well, I mean, it was supposed to compared to Eternal, because Eternal was your fast, jump and shoot, run and gun game. This one was, the whole theme to this game was stand and fight. You were supposed to be slowed down. It was supposed to be a stand your ground kind of game. Lock in against this big enemy, stand, parry. I mean, it wasn't super slow, but it was definitely, but compared to Doom Eternal, yeah, it's slow. I didn't mind that. It just,
I ain't even gonna lie,
wasn't enough
I
of
had
it.
to turn that shit to 150 times speed, or else it was not fast enough. None of the enemies were challenging me. I had the parry window turned all the way down. I was on nightmare difficulty. I was like, just
yeah. It is by far the easiest Doom game. That is the quickest I've ever beat a Doom game on Ultraviolent. Usually on Ultraviolent, that's a thing that I gotta struggle my way through, and it's a new game plus kind of deal, because this has a new game plus where you can play through the levels again with all the upgrades. You can go back to the first level in the game and have all the guns, which you wouldn't have on a first playthrough. So you're supposed to do, typically in a Doom game, you're supposed to do Ultraviolent on a second playthrough. Like, you're just not going to have the upgrades needed. It's going to be super hard to get through on a first playthrough with no upgrades. I did not have to do that in this Doom game. I could get through Ultraviolent on a first playthrough. And a ton of people did. It is by far the easiest Doom game, and there's no multiplayer, so there's nothing to do after you beat it. And once you beat it on the hardest difficulty, that's like, okay, I'm done with single player. What else is there? Oh, it's just that. Okay, well, uninstall, I guess. Yep, that was it for me. I will say the collector's edition looked dope. I'm glad I didn't buy it now because the game just wasn't worth the purchase. I don't know. The collector's edition may have been worth the purchase just for the collector's stuff, though. That statue did look dope, and I'm a sucker for detailed statues.
I thought it was a helmet.
They had two versions. They had one with the statue, and then like the really expensive one came with a helmet too. I didn't care about the helmet, but they had like a $200 one that came with a statue. Looked dope, but I just couldn't bring myself to pay $200 for it when A, I didn't have the money, and B, it's just the game wasn't good enough to make me buy it, because I was going to wait until the game came out and I'd be like, oh, cool, this will be one to add to my collection I'll go back to later. Problem is, I don't see myself ever going back to it. I'd love to have the statue, but this is going to be one of those collector's edition pieces that I care more about the collector's edition stuff than I do about the game. And games like that, usually I can, for cheaper, if I time it right, I can usually find, especially a game like this that didn't like quite live up to the hype for most people, I can usually find the statue, the one piece of the collector's edition I care about, on eBay for cheaper than paying the $200 from somebody who got disappointed. What was up with the
music?
It was generic
Did you
as fuck.
notice that?
Yes, it was generic as fuck. I cannot remember a singular fucking song from Doom Dark Ages. That music did not stick in my head. I mean, it just sounded like generic metal music playing. It didn't match what was happening on screen. There was no build up. It would just like action would start and then music would start. And then in between, there was just almost no music. Yeah, there was no, the music didn't add anything to the atmosphere whatsoever for me. Huge disappointment in the music. I mean, as far as metal goes, I'm sure that band makes good metal music. It wasn't bad, but it just wasn't Doom music.
It wasn't Mick Gordon.
Yeah, it just, I'm not saying you have to be Mick Gordon. There are plenty of fucking...
The guy who took over Eternal did a good job. Like,
there are plenty of people who can do it.
That I liked.
You can get on fucking Reddit and SoundCloud and find Doom fans who make fucking, Doom-esque music in that style, and they do great. Like, whoever did the fucking soundtrack for... It was like a Doom mod that added a bunch of levels and stuff, and he did his own music. That dude was awesome. For like classic, dude, like there are plenty of people who could this, but this band just wasn't it. Like, I'm sure their original music's probably fine, but for Doom, it just felt like generic metal. And as soon as I turned the game off, all of that music left my brain. I can't remember any of it. To this day, I have the fucking music from the original Doom. Everybody has that song stuck in their head. Yeah, like everybody's got that fucking, like you can recall that until the day you fucking die. And I can still recall some tracks, not all of them, but some tracks from Yep, I can still recall some tracks from 2016 and some tracks from Eternal. I can't remember a singular fucking song from Dark Ages. Not a one. And it didn't even match what was going on the screen. Like in between fights, it just felt like the music just gave up. There was just no music. And then the fight would start, and all of a sudden it would go from 0 to 11 and just be metal. And then the fight's over and it just turns off. It felt like someone was sitting next to me with a fucking boombox, fucking turning on music when he saw me get in a fight and then turning it off when I was done. Like it could have been any metal. It could have been literally any metal. And it would have served the same purpose. I missed the first Battlefront in 2142. I've been looking at the stuff for Battlefield 6, and everyone is obsessively playing Battlefront 2 right now, myself included, because they want a Battlefront 3. That is why this right now, I didn't realize how many people were doing this, but they are trying to send that message to EA, and I'll say this is probably a good way to do it, especially if you're buying the game and not just playing it on Game Pass or EA Play. But people are buying it. They are buying this game at full price right now, in droves. This game is in like the top 5 top paid games in the Microsoft Store right now on Xbox. I believe it is also on PlayStation and Steam. Like it's just it's topping the charts again. People are buying it, so they're trying to send that message to EA that we want Battlefront 3. I have been way more interested. I'm playing this just to get that feel for it, because this is what I want in a fucking modern day like battle royale. I want this style of gunplay, minus the third-person camera and the fucking Jedi bullshit. But I want it with real guns, and I've been looking at stuff on Battlefield 6. And that's supposed to have a battle royale mode. And I'm like, if they do that right, if it feels kind of like this, where it's every time I get in a gunfight, I don't see a ton of people fucking bunny hopping and sliding everywhere. All the gunfights in this are fucking gunfights. Say what you want about the movement. You can hate it if you want to. It's not that kind of game. You want that kind of game? Go play Call of Duty. This is a when you get in a gunfight, lock into that fucking gunfight. That's it. You have a dodge roll, Dark Souls style, but it slows you down. It does mitigate damage and make bullets do less damage. But that's it. Like, you're not spamming that. People aren't running up to me and sliding into me with some bullshit unless they're a Jedi or some special character.
Is also way lower too.
Yeah, exactly. This just feels like what I want from a battle royale game. I want a battle royale game that feels like this. And I can't speak too much on the gunplay because unfortunately this game uses all fucking made up bullshit guns. So I can't say that these feel good as guns because I don't have a real life gun to compare them to. I mean, I guess they feel like laser rifles would feel, I guess. I don't know. But when you go into first person mode in this, which you can't with all the special characters, like take all the special character bullshit out of this, because that's where you get your crazy, even the dodges that these characters have where they can do stuff like that or they can move fast, like even they can't spam that the way you can spam slide canceling in Call of Duty and all the other, omni movement bullshit. So I want a game that feels like this, but I want it to be a battle royale and I want it to be first person. That's what I want in my next Battlefield. And it looks like they've been listening and they're trying to make up for 2041 because that's what people keep screaming that they want. And it looks like they're trying to give it to you. It's got a little more movement options in this because you can't even go prone in this. But in that, you can go prone, you can dolphin dive, and I think slide, but it's still much slower than COD. And the jump takes you all of 2 feet in the air, so you're not going to be fucking bunny hopping around. Yeah, like it's just not that kind of game. This is a lock-in, you're in a gunfight, be in a gunfight kind of game, which is what I want. I can typically outshoot people, but I can't outmove people. That's why I don't get into Fortnite, and that's where I struggle in COD. I put up with it in COD because COD has the best feeling guns, and it's the closest thing to that kind of gameplay I want in a battle royale. Because PUBG feels like ass. And fucking, yeah, like it's just not for me. If you like PUBG, fine, but to me it just feels like ass. The guns in that do not feel good to shoot. The movement's probably closer to what I'd like and stuff, but still, it ain't it. Yeah, like you can lock in the first person here, like if you could do this with Battlefield, so that it feels like this, yeah, then I am on board. Because then you lock into a gunfight. When you start shooting at somebody, they either have to get to cover or turn around and fucking shoot you, fucking fight you. It has to be either a fucking, it has to be either a gunfight or run away. There is no running at me while sliding through bullets like Sonic the fucking Hedgehog and run at me with a knife and get a kill. You ain't bringing a knife to a gunfight in this kind of gun game. That's more my play style. And I feel like there's just no games that do that anymore. Everywhere's just become hyper-focused on movement. Like, that's just become the meta for all shooters because of the popularity of Fortnite and Call of Duty. I feel like we're going through waves here because you had Fortnite, Call of Duty, and Apex Legends to some degree with the crazy long slides and the wall runs and all that shit.